What we would like to talk about is beauty. And this may seem like a very strange women's issue, or it may seem like the most logical women's issue ever to be spoken about. Because for women, through many ages and in many places, beauty is something very important, because it is what defines a woman, in many cases, defines the feminine energy, and also makes them, how can you say, without being thought to be unkind, helps them sell. That is the truth. It helps them sell. What we want to talk about beauty for, though, is not because we want to say, oh, you put this cream on for this wrinkle and that cream on for that spot. That is not what we are looking at. What we want to talk about beauty is really to give an affirmation that all people, women and men, are inherently beautiful. And now we say, well, that is very simplistic. That is very common to say, oh, everybody is beautiful because the spirit is beautiful. And yes, that is true. But really the message we want to get across is that beauty is not skin deep. Is not skin deep. Some people say, oh, beauty is skin deep. It is what is inside that counts. Well, what does that mean? What is inside that counts? If it is not also beautiful, the person will not be liked or any more or less. So inside, as well as outside, there is beauty. Which one do you nurture the most? Do you nurture the outside beauty because that is the way that you are presented to the world? This is your saleable self. Or do you nurture more the internal, the spirit self? The self that if people take the time to get to know you is really who you are. We would say both. Why? Because both are actually the same. The beauty inside and the beauty outside are the same. Why? Because the outside is a reflection of the inside and the inside is a reflection of the outside. Then you say, well, there are some very unattractive people in the saleable sense that have very beautiful natures, that are very beautiful inside. That is true. But why do you think, we would say, why do you think they're very unattractive on the outside? Who decides who is attractive and who is not attractive? Who is beautiful and who is not beautiful? And for that matter, who decides on the inside who is beautiful and who is not beautiful? There are many studies done where they say that scientists have looked at the way humans interact with each other. And they say that there are certain types of features that are attractive to other humans. Round eyes, round nose, round mouth, round breasts, round face. But then you look at the world of the supermodel. And what do we see? Angle after angle after angle. Their faces with their bone structure. Very clean lines. This is not round. This is not round. This is very opposite to round. Clean, straight lines. So then we think, well, perhaps it is of the time. At different times, this is considered to be beautiful. That is considered to be beautiful. At other times, it is the other way around. Then we look to people who are overweight. Now they are considered overweight. Perhaps this makes them unattractive in the saleable sense. But not so long ago, the overweight were considered to be healthy. They were considered to be wealthy. The thin people, they were considered to be not very attractive and probably poor. So times change. So then we ask the question again, who decides what is beautiful in a human being? Who has the ability, who has the, what is this word, rule over who or what is beautiful? And our answer to that is not one individual in the world has that. Not one. Because, why? Because everybody has beauty within and without. Everybody. So you cannot judge one person against another person. So that person is very beautiful on the inside, but oh, they are very unattractive on the outside. And then another person is very beautiful on the outside, but they are so mean and cruel on the inside. Who are you to judge that? Who is anybody to judge that? You do not have any clue how these people got to these places in their lives, generally speaking. A very good example is the women and men who are habitual drug users. They may start off in their early teens, late teens, very pretty. Lovely hair, very clear skin, nice teeth, sparkly eyes, and then they get into the world of drug taking. And they take cocaine, and they take heroin, and they take crack, and they take marijuana, anything they can get their hands on. Within a very few short years, their body starts to deteriorate. What deteriorates the quickest and the most damagingly? The face. The face. They come with their sores, and their teeth are falling out, and their eyes are dazed, and their hair is dirty and falling out, and their whole structure of their face, their saleable beauty, has gone. It has changed. You can look from a picture from one to the other, and they are not the same person. Sometimes it is hard to even recognize that they are the same person. So when you saw them maybe 4 years ago and you thought, oh, they're so beautiful. And then you see them now in this very short space of time and you think, oh, they are so ugly. Who are you to decide that that person was once beautiful and in a very few short years they are now ugly? Because you do not really understand how they could get to that point of being habituated on these drugs and then causing their bodies to go to this state. You do not really know. So you know what that makes? It makes you not beautiful if you are doing that. And then you say, but you are contradicting yourself, because now you are saying that I am not beautiful because I have passed judgment on somebody else. We are not saying that. What we are saying is that you have made yourself not beautiful because you are passing judgment on another human being. And you cannot pass judgment on another human being without passing judgment on yourself. That is the message that we have for beauty. Always look to yourself before you pass judgment on anybody else, in any regard. But with this one thing that we are talking about, beauty now, always look to yourself. Not just your saleable self, this outside self with the sunny face and the beautiful golden flaxen or black raven-colored hair. But look inside, because if you can make the judgment on another individual that they are not a nice person or that they are not attractive, then that is inside yourself. You are not beautiful. And that is the sadness of the world. Not that this person has gone on to drugs and let themselves get into this state. The sadness in the world is that you have made the judgment on yourself and then imposed it upon somebody else. You are beautiful on the inside and on the outside. It does not matter what the society tells you saleable beauty is, or what acceptable inside